degree. Well, they call it a master's, but that degree is love and support veterans. I was awarded the opportunity to go to Columbia University and get a master's degree in clinical social work. I learned about psychology, how to deal with veterans with their mental health, and just the overall picture. You got to understand that the social worker is really the foundation of healthcare for veterans in the military from my perspective, because it's social worker in terms of mental health, it's the psychologist, and then you also have the psychiatrist. So we're the foundation. We help with their mental health. We help with their employment. We help with their accounting. We help with them trying to find a job where they live at. So we're at the foundation of when we help veterans as the clinical social worker. And then, of course, one of the reasons why I'm here also is because I did learn how to be a real estate agent in the New York and New Jersey area, where I was licensed helping veterans get into apartments. I wasn't really this house type of guy trying to get somebody to buy a house. I was trying to secure apartment living for my fellow veterans who were in New York City and New Jersey. This particular picture relates to our general manager. As I mentioned, he's always busy, so now he and I used to co-host, so now I'm hosting today, right? So I just want to make a shout out to our general manager that couldn't be here today, but this picture addresses his roots, his inspiration, why he is involved with this program, why he is pretty much our leader of this particular program, is because he has a history of military veterans. That picture there is showing his grandfather, James Henderson, who is a U.S. Army veteran. So I'm going to be so proud to meet him one day. I haven't met him yet, but I just can't wait to meet him and let him know how much I care about his grandson and the way that they brought me into this organization to help veterans as well. So that's a picture of, I'm going to just say Mr. Henderson right now because I don't really know him like that, but his name is James Henderson in his uniform, actually hugging his grandson, Jalen. So a lot of people wonder, Brian, well, why Punta Cana? It's not just for me. It's for all the veterans that are choosing to come here, not just to come here for medical attention, for a better way of life. They're coming here to try to almost live here. Some people are sending one-way tickets because you know what? Not that they're not happy where they're coming from. They might just want a new desire to do something different. So why Punta Cana? Number one, it's not in any category. I'm just listing them as you see them on the screen. Stunning natural beauty. Stunning natural beauty. We mean pristine and lush landscapes. If I was painting a picture using stencil or using paintbrushes, it's painting that landscape. Distributed by 15 different crystal water sand beaches. And those beaches are from light-skinned beaches, if you're talking about somebody's complexion, all the way up to dark beaches, which is black beaches. So there's an array of different beaches that you can kind of see if you were going around. So the beauty is wonderful here. The palm trees, not just palm trees. We went on a trip yesterday up to Legacy Beaches. There's pineapple trees growing out the ground. I mean, it's unbelievable. Coconuts growing in coconut trees. So just the stunning natural beauty is something in itself. The growing infrastructure, construction everywhere. That's not a bad thing. It's showing growth for this economy. So we want to applaud that. Government support. We can talk about a lot of government support. Number one being the level of tourism that's here, okay? The level of tourism that's here in the Dominican Republic. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys a number. You might not believe this number. You can do the research, Google it, ask AI. I'm gonna tell you something very important. In 2024, there were 11 million people visiting Dominican Republic. Not 1 million, not 2 million, 11 million people visited this island in 2024. And 65% of those people made their way here to Punta Cana. Okay? Stats and statistics. That's what I'm going to be giving you guys tonight. A strong economic growth. Well, we know that because there's structures everywhere. There's always people coming from abroad coming here to start their businesses. So that's economic growth, whether it be pizza parlors, whether it be restaurants, whether it be pharmacies, whether it be shoe stores, everything is here. A high ROI potential. Everybody knows ROI is return on investment. So when you buy something that's in pre-construction, it might just be ground. It might just be soil. I used to call it dirt, but I'm going to say soil now, okay? Soil, which is something you can put your hands into, right? If you buy something where there's soil or invest in it, by the time you build on it, it's going to be worth more than what you did when it was soil. You understand that, right? Okay, everybody knows. And then one of the big things people are really concerned about, Brian, how safe is it? Is it safe here? Can I walk out at night? We were just traveling from Las Flores Hotel, which is a boutique-style hotel at Wellness Center, and somebody said, is that a police station right there? Yes, it's a police station. It's called the Polator. The Polator is a tourism police that Punta Cana has to monitor all around the areas where tourists go. So you can feel safe. You see cars going up and down with their lights flashing, not because they're stopping somebody, it's because their lights are flashing to let people know that they are out there in their little pickup trucks. They wear their uniforms. They look like police officers, actually. So now we're going to kind of change gears and talk about what's included when you come here as a veteran from Tuesday to Tuesday to take care of all your wellness. What's included? I'm going to list these down. You can see them, but there's some of them that I might kind of shout out because I've had basically all these medical services myself. I've been coming here since February, right? And every week, I still go for different treatments. We'll talk about the F&P and how I can do that in a little bit. Medical services, general practitioner. That's basically a doctor that you would have if you were in the VA. When you go in and say, hey, I'm here at a new VA, I want to register, they're going to say, okay, you're going to go up here and you're going to get assigned to a doctor. And now you're going to wait to see that doctor, and you're going to wait to see that doctor, and you're going to wait to see that doctor. Over here, the general practitioner that's assigned to you, you might even see the general practitioner walking around in the wellness center saying, hey, I'm going to be seeing you tomorrow according to your schedule. You know, that type of treatment. It's wonderful. So the general practitioner is awesome. Chiropractic. Some of us need to be realigned. You know, if you walk around the streets of New York with hard-heeled shoes on, like I did for so many years, you kind of need to get your body, you know, realigned. Well, we have the chiropractic therapy here, and it's awesome. The gentleman that does the chiropractic work is a renowned chiropractic. He's done work all around the world, and now he's working with us. Psychologists, psychiatrists, cardiologists. Quick little story. At my age, you want to know when you can have an EKG done. And when I came on the first tour, I was like, hey, you know, I'm coming to get a physical. I want to get my EKG. Brian, we're going to have it for the next tour. Believe it or not, the next tour, I had a treatment plan scheduled. I was getting my EKG done. I'm not telling you how old I am or how young I am, but I'm very young. Everybody should be laughing in the audience. You know, this is like live. I just want to let y'all know, this is live right now. You know, I'm not doing something that I'm trying to put out next week. This is live. This is live. So there are people in the audience. There's no laugh box like when you first started watching Sanford and Son and I Dream of Jeannie and all those stories. No. But there is an audience here. I just want to let y'all know that, okay? Straight up. Okay, yoga. The yoga is incredible. The reason why is because where we're staying at the La Flores Hotel and Wellness Center, is very serene. It's very pristine. It's very warm. There's certain smells you smell when you walk into the lobby area when you're checking in, all throughout the hallways, even in your room. It just smells wonderful. That's part of aromatherapy, right? It all works together. There's yoga therapy. And those yoga therapy sessions are basically early in the morning when you can get up. Sometimes they're during the daytime. Massage therapy, unbelievable. They have a masseuse here that, I got to tell you this. My wife came to visit me about 4 days ago. She came down for 4 days. And basically I said, let me go ahead and get you a massage, you know, going on. You know, do you want to come down and experience it? Next thing I know, the ladies in the massage therapy, they have like a full massage room and everything. They have a bathroom, everything, shower. My wife's in there taking a shower. She said, I want to freshen up for this massage. She's in there taking a shower. When she came out, all she was walking like that. I'm like, are you okay? Are you okay? You know what I mean? It was unbelievable. The masseuse is unbelievable. Her name is Rosemary. If you get to know her when you come here and get your massages, ask for Rosemary. Neurology, meditation, I'm talking about sound therapy, where you get up early in the morning, and when you go to where the therapy session is outside, it's a sandy-like little beach area. They have mats and pillows, and they have blankets. The sound therapy almost encourages you to close your eyes and maybe go to like a small little, not a deep sleep, but just kind of rest. And the sound is unbelievable. Orthopedist, yeah, somebody like me got a lot of jumps off an airplane. I'm happy to go see for physical therapy. That's who you see right there in the picture. That's Dr. Perla. We call her Dr. Perla. She's the one that does all the physical therapy for us. She's amazing, and she also does the aquatherapy. That's a little tip. She does the aquatherapy as well. ENT and aquatherapy. So now we talk about things that are included in terms of activities. Now this is where you come here for your health and wellness, but we also have to show you a nice time outside of that. We're talking about things that allow you to have activities where you can let your hair down, you can be yourself, you can be very, 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 very open. We're all friends here because we're fellow veterans. These are some of the activities. We have a catamaran. You know what a catamaran is? It's a nice-sized yacht, maybe 50 to 60 feet, where you can go out on this catamaran and you basically can snorkel. You can see the sharks. You can see the whales. Not the whales, excuse me. I'm just hyped like that because I went to Meech's yesterday, and they do whale watching up there. So I'm still thinking about that. But you can do sharks. You can see stingrays. You can see dolphins on the catamaran tour. You get to snorkel, and you also get to just walk out in the water, as they call like somewhere like a regular pool where the water just only comes up to your belly, and you can walk around and have a great time with that. Beach night. Beach night is great. That's usually the second night that you're here. They take you out to the beach where you can actually explore the beach and see everything that's going on. Movie night. Movie night is something that you really want to check out. They bring the Chase lounges in, and you can sit in front of the big screen TV, and the pool's behind you, and they have different shows. You can watch shows and have a great time. Dance classes. There's a renowned dancer that's in there. That dancer basically is teaching you how to do salsa, merengue, bachata. They're teaching you all those type of things when you're actually learning how to dance. There's a barbecue. Every Thursday night there's a barbecue. Basically, the barbecue is set up so that the local veterans who are living here in Punta Cana, they automatically come out and network with the new veterans who are here going through the program. It's unbelievable. In addition to, the food is great because it is a barbecue. We have bingo, we have spades, we have dominoes. It's all types of different games during the barbecue. And you see that on there, bingo. And it's a gathering for veterans. Real estate is something that's not required, but we offer to you just in case you want to think about maybe investing in something for the future or right now. Like many of us are living in apartments out here because we're just enjoying the lifestyle. Live music and sound therapy, we kind of talked about that already. What's included a little bit more is your hotel stay is included. That means that when you get off the plane and that driver picks you up at the airport, you're coming back to the boutique hotel and the hotel stay is included. The only thing you're required to do is no different than being in the United States. You have to put a security deposit on your card when you check in, okay? This is not the Airbnb motel, all right? This is actually our wellness center, our boutique hotel. You have to put a deposit down when you come here for incidentals. That's what they call it, incidentals. Airport transfer. I mean, how nice is it to have your name on a card saying, hey, we're looking for Mr. Smith over this way, over this way. That's how you get picked up. 6 dinners are included. Remember, it's from Tuesday to Tuesday. That's 7 nights. So 6 of the dinners are included with the program, and 1 dinner will be part of your own expense. Transportation for all activities, we mentioned that about going in a brand new Mercedes Sprinter van that holds 16 to 17 people. Okay, we're moving around like we're basically celebrities on there with curtains. People looking, and you pull the curtain open and you look a little bit, and they're like, who is that? Who is that? You know, it's the veterans, man. It's like we should come out with capes on, and then people really get crazy, right? As I mentioned, you might hear some laughing because this is a live show. We have audiences here, okay? Transportation for activities, I mentioned. And the thing about this program that really sets it apart from any other program is that you can bring one guest with you. One guest. That could be mama, papa, brother, sister, aunt, uncle, cousin, best friend. The only caveat is that the hotel rooms are furnished with very, very soft queen-size beds, which means that it's okay to bring a battle buddy with you that you can sleep one head at one side and one head at the other. Come on, y'all grew up like we did when cousins all slept together. It's no big deal, okay? Real quick, before we go to the next one, we're going to show actually a recap of things that have been done in the past and what you can see that you'll have things to look forward to. I got a little choked up there because the general manager just came in and he's going to be joining us, so I want to put that out there. So we're going to go to the next slide. It's going to be a recap of things that go on here at VCI.
A revitalization for me. It lifts whatever sadness you're feeling. You're just so happy when you.
I decided to take a chance and see what BCI had to offer, and
daydream. I fell asleep amid the flowers.
Here is the best. In United States, the only thing you do is go to the hospital. You sit down with the doctor, and they just ask a question, and they look more at the computer, putting all information than what they're talking to you, what they recommended to you, and everything.
I highly recommend this beautiful facility to any veteran in the United States, and come here, get better treatment, more professionalism, and outstanding service.
While you're here, you will receive some of the best primary health care that you could ever imagine. For me, I had some issues with my feet, with my hearing, and so when I came here, they were able to focus more one-on-one with me, and what a way for the veteran to get that kind of assistance where they treat you more like a person than a number.
And just come, don't be afraid. It's gonna change your life.
I fell asleep amid the flowers.
Coming here was a revitalization for me. It lifts whatever sadness you're feeling. You're just so happy when you come here, especially when you're coming from a place that's cold, you know? I loved all the activities that you guys had planned. It was just amazing for me. I can't get enough of it. I'm very pleased, and I will be back. Get your airfare together. Just save a little money for lunch. That's all you have to pay for.
VCI medical team hospitality was incredible. I had never seen a group of people that would come to you, and not only come to you, but be willing to help you with all your needs and all your concerns. They answer all my questions. I never thought that they were going to be able to do all this stuff with us in a short period of time.
I decided.
make it really understand how we actually do things here in terms of our recap video. But now what I'd like to do is introduce you to our team of doctors.
Hello, my name is Andres Sanchez. I'm a native physician from Dominican Republic. I'm specialized in internal medicine. In this specialty, we see the patient like a group of signs and symptoms. In this context, the internist focuses his job and keep the control of the chronic disease, prevent the illness, and attend that all the medication and the system of the body be in control. I have 10 years of experience like a doctor. In the last 5 years, I have been in one of the biggest rheumatological hospitals in Santo Domingo. So I have too much experience in post-traumatic condition, post-arthrosis, and a complex management of multiple clinical conditions like neurological, cardiovascular, gastroenterology, lung disease, and clinical prevention. When we combine experience, quality, and human treatment, we can achieve the best result. Here at Veteran Care International, veterans are the most important thing. In this sense, being able to become an important point in the care of your health to reduce the pain, limitation, and live a fuller life every day. Hello, my name is Andres Sanchez.
Hi, I'm Dr. Eva Reyes Rubio. I'm the psychiatrist here at Veterans Care International. As an American citizen, I am excited to care for our veterans who have dedicated their lives in the service of our country. I want to help you with your mental health journey and provide you with all the medical resources necessary for your mental well-being. So, if you're a veteran looking to improve your overall health, come see us at Veterans Care International. We're here to help.
Hello.
Receiving care, VCI.
I actually had a
Hello, my name is Andres Sanchez. I'm a native physician.
You're going to tell your testimony. Sí.
Wow, I know everybody enjoyed that in terms of meeting our team of physicians. They are so warm and understanding. You really feel as though someone has taken you as if you were a pediatrician back in the days when you were a little baby and growing up. That's how warm they are when they're approaching you with all the things that they need to help you with your situation. And now we're going to see another video. Please stand by for that.
Testimonial.
And that video is about testimonies. I'm laughing right now because usually I'm the co-host here, right?
I know.
Usually I'm the co-host here, and usually we kind of have our little signals, and I missed that, and I just got it in my ear, so I want to make sure everyone understands that we are now going to go to testimonies. Here we go.
Yes. Perfect. Receiving care, VCI, was a godsend. The quality of care here is very professional. The staff was very caring, and you actually get a sense that they were actually listening to you. And not just listening, but implementing and helping you execute your health plans and needs. Most of the staff here work on the actual living facility, and it's just a matter of going downstairs or across the hall to an appointment to meet with a professional. I would highly recommend VCI to other veterans because here, especially dealing with the VA back home in the United States, they get straight to the point and they make everything understandable. And they really explain your treatment and your treatment options very well. And you also gather enough information so you can continue your treatment when you get stateside.
I actually had a friend who thought that this whole thing was a scam and that it was too good to be true. And I'll be honest, I was skeptical myself, but when I got down here, my mind was blown. I recommend this to you 1000% if you're trying to get quality medical care, if you're trying to get an increase in your VA rating, you got to come down here and see this for yourself. It is not too good to be true, and you got to ask yourself the question, why not you?
Wow, how was that? That was basically testimonies and information about our physicians and everything. So at this point now, I'm going to turn it over to our general manager,
Yes.
Jalen.
All right. I'm back.
Yes.
So let's talk about what is not included, because as you saw at the beginning of the presentation, we do have a lot of things that are included, so we want to cover both angles so that you're very clear. Of course, if you have any questions, put it in the chat. We'll get to it at the end of the webinar. But what is not included, of course, the flight here to Punta Cana and back, you do have to cover that yourself. Also, all the meals are not included. So like Brian said earlier, 6 dinners are included out of the 7, and 7 of the breakfasts are included. So all breakfasts are included, and 6 out of the 7 dinners are included. What is not included is 1 dinner and all of the lunches. So you have to cover your lunch and 1 dinner.
Yeah.
Also, transportation for other activities outside of the tour. So what we've seen is sometimes when people have free time, they might want to go to the beach, or they might want to go to the bar scenery at night, or you might want to do your own excursion if you have time. So to just keep in mind that if you want to do something outside of the tour schedule, you do have to cover your own transportation and be responsible, of course, for yourself. Alcoholic beverages are not included because this is a medical-focused tour. And also the laundry at the hotel is not included. So just to clarify, I always get this question, is the lodging or is the hotel stay for the 7 days included? Yes, it is, okay? So you do get that covered while you're here. So then I wanted to also talk about the location where we will be at, which is the Wellness Center / hotel. So this is one facility where you will be sleeping because it has hotel rooms, and a section of the facility is where we have consultation rooms for the medical side of things, okay? One of the things that we focus on more than anything here at this program is to make things as convenient as possible for you. We want you to relax. We want you to come here and feel like the stress has just disappeared. So literally, where you will be sleeping is where you will do your appointments. We've noticed some people may have a couple hours in between their appointments.
Yes.
You can go back to your room. You can take a nap if you're tired. You can work. You can sit near the pool area. You could go to the bar area, maybe get something to drink, and then go back to your appointment. So you will not get the waiting or the waiting room experience here. You're really gonna get something that is catered to you, freedom, like we said, convenience, and what is included with the Wellness Center is the 7-night stay, like I said, where you'll be sleeping, the transportation to and from the airport, which is why we do need your flight information before you come. The breakfasts are included, like I mentioned, and then the pool area and the bar area that, of course, you have full access to. So, Brian, you want to take the foreign medical program?
Yeah, thank you, Jalen. The foreign medical program. How many of you actually knew about the foreign medical program? I'm raising my hand because I didn't know about it. And I've been all around the world throughout my journeys in the military and outside the military. Well, the foreign medical program was created after World War II because there were so many veterans that were traveling abroad in different countries that they couldn't get the care that they needed because those places weren't accredited by the Department of Veteran Affairs or by the military or by the United States government, and thus created the foreign medical program. The foreign medical program allows eligible veterans to receive care for service-connected conditions while living or traveling abroad. That's what the FMP program is all about. If you'd like to enroll in the FMP program, you're going to do that when you come down here to Las Flores Hotel and Wellness Center, to the VCI program. You're going to have documentation where you can actually sign up for the foreign medical program. And the best thing of all, after you sign up here and the information gets sent to the Department of Veteran Affairs, You're going to get a letter back in the mail stating, guess what? You have now been approved for all the conditions that was on your disability breakdown letter, now approved through the Foreign Medical Program,
Yes.
and you can use that
Yes.
consistently.
Yes.
It doesn't mean that you're going to do it for just one time. That means
Right.
you come back and use it again
Right.
and again and again.
Yes, and definitely something I want to emphasize, because again, I always like answering questions that I always get.
Yeah, yeah.
This is the main one. If I come to Punta Cana and I do this tour, this program, will this affect any of my benefits or my rating or anything in the United States? Well, I'm happy to say that absolutely not. Anything you do here in Punta Cana will not affect what you have with the VA in the United States.
Yes.
Why? Well, because what we do here on this medical tour is not about benefits. This is about medical, okay? And this is why we ask for your disability breakdown letter before you come,
Yes.
is because the Foreign Medical Program covers service-connected
Yes, service-connected.
service-connected disabilities, and as long as, again, it's service-connected, you have the right to get treated. Okay, so this has absolutely nothing to do with benefits or rating, and it's two completely different departments, so it won't even mix at all. So
That's
just
correct.
wanted to clear that up.
Yes.
Because we always get that question.
Yes, and I'd like to add one thing,
Yes.
Jalen.
Yes, please.
A lot of people ask about, well, hey, can I come down and get my dental work taken care of? That's one of the
Oh,
big
that's a
questions.
good one, too.
Well, you got to understand a couple of things, and you can research it through the
Yes.
Department of Veteran Affairs. You cannot have any dental work within the Foreign Medical Program
Yes.
unless it is a service-connected
Right.
condition that
Yes.
you got when you were in the military. You know, like Brian, like what could I have done to get a service-connected dental work? Well, you might have basically chipped your tooth while you was trying to fire at the range, and your weapon backfired and hit you in the mouth. You know, that's a service connection where now your teeth fell out,
Right.
and you need implants or something.
Yes,
So it has
exactly.
to be actually connected as a service-connected condition before you can even try to attempt to use that for the Foreign Medical Program. I just want to make that clear to everybody.
Yes, yes. All right, so now we are going to show a video, because a very important focus of ours when it comes to getting better, right? When it comes to your health, it's not only clinical, it's not only the clinical side with doctors, but we also introduce a more holistic
Yes.
wellness approach
Yes.
to your health, right? Because not everybody is, not everyone's number one, not everyone's number one thing might be medication.
That's right.
Maybe you might want to experience other alternatives of what you can do, and we always love to bring different wellness activities. So I
Yes.
have a video that I want everybody to see so you can get an idea of what to expect. Were some videos that we saw. Now I also have some pictures. Can we show the pictures? There we go.
Yeah.
So here are some of the pictures. We just saw the video. And again, this is only the wellness. Okay, so like I said, you have the clinical health and then you have the wellness. We always do the wellness in the morning to start out your day. Yes. So when we start out around, I think, 7:15 a.m., you will start with a wellness activity, then you will have breakfast, and then you will get into your appointments, your medical appointments. All right. So we've heard the whole presentation. You love it. I love it. Everybody loves what we just heard. So how can I get enrolled in this program? Okay? So let's talk about requirements and let's talk about the steps to get enrolled. So number one, for the requirements, we ask for 3 documents and that's it. Okay? We ask for a photo ID. It could be any photo ID, passport, driver's license, a veteran ID, any photo ID. Then second is we ask for your DD-214.
Yes.
And then the third document we ask for is your disability breakdown letter. Okay? That is the name of the document. We need your disability breakdown letter. If you do not have your disability breakdown letter, you can call the VA number and you can request it, and then they will email it to your email. And once you receive that email, then you send it to us, and then that way we have all of your documents good to go. Now, as far as how do you submit these documents, how do you get registered, you do have to go to our website, www.veteranscareinternational.com, go to the Veterans Tour tab, fill out the form on that tab, so you got to scroll down.
Yes.
It's going to ask for your name, your email, your phone number, basic information. It's going to ask for the date of the tour, okay? So for anyone who might be asking, okay, where can I find the dates? Go to the Veterans Tour tab. You'll see all the dates until December. So you're going to put name, phone number, email, the date, the week you want to come, and then you submit the documents. And once you do that, the last step is to get your flight.
Yes.
We do need proof of your flight before we can confirm your spot, okay? So once we get your flight, once you fill out the form and we get the 3 documents, you are officially confirmed for that tour date. Keep in mind that spots are limited. So there is a maximum capacity that we have per tour, okay? So once we hit that maximum capacity, unfortunately, if you did not turn everything in and we close off that tour, you will need to look for another date.
Yes.
Okay, so just to let everybody know and to be very, very clear about that.
And can I just make one quick comment? One quick comment I'd like to make about your 3 documents. If you're just like me, you got to go look for your DD-214. It might be folded up in one of your military envelopes or military folders. Open up your DD-214, and if you can't read it, we can't read it either.
Yeah.
Okay? So you can always get a copy of DD-214 from the VA by contacting them as well, but make sure that your DD-214 is clear and legible.
Yes, very important. All right, so we're at I like to call this the fun part of the webinar. Because as we all know, we always have a guest, a special guest come. And today we definitely have a very, very special guest. So we have here Olivia.
All right, Olivia.
Hey. So Olivia, do you mind starting off with a quick introduction of who you are?
Well, my name is Olivia Dillard. I go by Liv. I am an international beekeeper from the United States, and I'm a U.S. Army retired veteran.
Woo. Nice. All right. And Olivia, could you please let us know what tours you've been on or how many tours you've been on so far?
So as of right now, this will be my second tour. I was here a month ago in May and had an incredible experience, life-changing.
Wow. So this is your second time in June, and your first time was in May.
Yes.
So you came right back.
I came right back.
Wow. Amazing, amazing. So then, Olivia, so I'm very, very curious to know, because some people in the webinar, it could be their first time. Some people, it could be their second time. So let's talk about what made you come? Like, if somebody is listening to this and they might be kind of on the fence, like, what was the thing that made you say, let me book my ticket?
Well, when I first came across Veterans Care International, I thought it was too good to be true, but I had exhausted all of my options in terms of my medical care through the VA facilities. Unfortunately, I live in a very rural area in Arkansas in the United States, and getting that care was almost impossible at times. So coming across Veterans Care International and seeing in the information how you can get that whole health care in one area, it was a no-brainer.
So I would love to focus on that what you just said right now. Getting all of the health care in one area. So I guess my question is, how did it feel to spend 1 week and see all of the doctors, get all of the appointments? How did that feel?
It felt amazing. I could go on and on about the medical staff. Just to be seen, to be heard, to have top-tier doctors help you to navigate your health care again, to get you back on your feet. It was remarkable.
Amazing.
Yes, I mean, I've gotten to know Olivia through the tours, and I'm just so excited to have her here as a guest. This
Thank
is awesome
you.
right now. I just want to say you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
You thought this was going to be scripted, but there's no script, Olivia. Okay?
Yes,
Take
I
it to
see.
heart, okay? And I got a couple of questions for you, and these questions that I'm going to ask you, basically, you've already answered them. So the first question is, can you please tell the audience when you had your first aha moment?
Yes.
My first aha moment happened when I got to the point that I felt safe and I could unpack some of the things that I've been carrying around for so long.
Yes.
And I was having a moment of calm and peace for the first time in many, many years.
Wow.
And one of the staff members came and sat next to me and told me something that absolutely blew my mind. He told me that everything in the place and everyone, even in the universe, just wanted me to heal. I had never been told that by any American doctor.
Wow.
I took that to heart. That was my aha moment, that I could have that second chance to heal and to live life again and be able to give back. That's all I ever wanted to do.
Wow. That is well spoken, Olivia. It's touching my heart because we have been communicating while you had went back to the United States and when you're here. Can you tell the viewers out there, all these other veterans, what's happening right now in terms of your transition from the United States to now?
Oh, I like that question.
Transition, I love that word.
Yes.
I feel like the whole landscape of my life has changed. Not just on the outside, but on the inside. That second chance, that new hope.
Yes.
I don't know if you all have heard this phrase before, but sometimes people perish for a lack of knowledge, and they need their purpose. They need that understanding of where they can go and how they can get there. But you need the energy, you need the strength, you need the confidence to be able to get there. And this program gave me all of that to make this transition that was so necessary for me to continue to be a blessing to others.
So are you moving here? I mean, what's happening? You got a place to live? What's going on? Talk to us.
I'm so excited to say that this is home.
Wow.
This is my new place. This is paradise to me. It's my new horizon.
So, and I mean, this is an amazing interview already. I'm loving this. So, quickly for people who are wondering, was last month your first time being in the Dominican Republic, or have you been here before?
My first time.
Wow.
I've been to many other countries, but it was my first time here, and the whole experience was like none other. Being an international beekeeper, I've traveled to the nice ritzy places, and then the not so nice places. But this particular area and what it has to offer, outstanding. There was no way I could even think about anywhere else but here.
Wow.
I couldn't wait to get back.
That is awesome. And one last question I have for you. Can you tell us about your trip to Meeches?
Oh, yes.
Please.
Well, first.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, because people may hear Meeches and say, "What are we talking about?"
You're
So
right,
can you explain what is Meeches, and then?
Yes. So let me explain what Meeches is. It's actually called Legacy Meeches. This is a 305-acre, if you want to use it in acres in terms of the terms, or 1,250,000 square meters of land.
You know the numbers, huh?
Yeah, I know the numbers by heart.
Nice.
And that plot of land is going to be basically subdivided for a community of not only veterans, but anyone that would desire to come and live in that location, or stay in that location, or actually rent a location out for other people. It's about 88 kilometers away from Punta Cana here, where we sit right now. It takes about an hour and 20 minutes. It's such a beautiful land that now we're taking veterans up there to be exposed to it, because it allows them to see what's coming in the future. And we had the privilege of taking Olivia up there yesterday, and I gotta not steal her thunder anymore. Olivia,
Okay,
can
go
you please
ahead.
tell us about it?
Now we're ready.
So first of all, I would just like to say I was amazed that I could even make the trip. But being as I was able to get the necessary medical care in the tour before, it prepared me to be able to come back and be equipped to go experience this like no other. It was like passing through paradise to get there, for one. But to have the ability to do it, I'm just most grateful, because when I got there, it blew my mind again, just to be able to marvel at that creation up there, to see what's possible for the future, to have a vision for something that means so much to me, soil, to be a female farmer and know that that's possible here. Wow. It really blew my mind. I had an opportunity to do therapies with horses in the past. I got that chance again. I got to ride a horse, something that I thought I would never do again in this lifetime. I got that experience, and it was unforgettable.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
I'm choked up right now.
No, every time Olivia says
I know,
something,
I'm
it's
choked up.
like,
Yeah, I'm choked up right now.
wow.
This is
Thank
live,
you.
everybody. The
Thank you
audience,
so much.
You know, they're passing out tissue right now, but the audience is getting into it. I'm a little choked up, so.
Yes. And no, thank you so much for talking to us about Meeches. I also wanted to, I have a very kind of exciting announcement, I think it's time that we should make it, is that we are now going to include Miches on every single tour.
That's
So,
awesome.
so Miches
Oh my
was something
gosh.
we only, yeah.
Oh my God.
Miches was something we only did a couple times to see, but just because we have received nothing but the best of reviews, we are now incorporating it on every single tour. And to also give an idea, Miches, like Brian said, it's like an hour and 20 minutes away from where we are. It's a beautiful, beautiful location where you get to ride horses, you get to visit a waterfall, and this is, now let me tell you, there's a difference between any waterfall and a private waterfall, a waterfall that no one has access to, no trash, no people. You go and you get to experience that exclusively for yourself. And we are including this tour every single Sunday as part of adding more things to do.
People were getting in the water at the waterfall with
yeah.
their clothes on, like they were getting ready to be baptized. That's how emotional it was.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
That's
People
what it
I'm
felt
getting my
like.
feet in, and then next thing you know, I'm all the way in now. They're in there and they're taking pictures and everything.
Yes.
The water is so clear and pure. A couple of people that were there on that tour also up to Miches were saying the water looked so clear because the water was moving and some water was not moving. And water that doesn't move builds up algae and bacteria. This water was still not moving, but it was clear all the way through.
Yes.
Just
yes,
amazing.
yes. So great. So I see, I definitely want to leave some time for questions at this time. So if you have any questions for me, the program, anything for Olivia, drop them right now. We're going to go one by one.
All right.
All right, so Margarita, what's the first question?
Okay, you guys just answered this question, but this was from Tia. Brian, next week, will we be going to Miches Waterfall?
Yes, absolutely yes, Tia. We can't wait to have you come back here.
Yes, Tia, we'll see you very, very soon.
This is the second question. What about breakfast?
Yeah, great. So the second question is, what about breakfast? Breakfast is included every single day, so you don't have to worry about breakfast at all. The way it works is you ask one of the staff members for what you want: bacon, eggs, fruits, bread, and they'll make you whatever you want.
Question from James. Where else can I send the documents?
Okay, so where else can you send the documents? That is a very good question. So on the website, we work through Dropbox, which is an encrypted way to send these documents for safety, of course. But if it's not working or if you can't figure it out, then you can always just email directly to our email all of the documents, and the person who's working with you, who will either be Noreen, Ingrid, sometimes Brian, they will see the documents in the email, and then you will be good to go.
Not a question, but a comment. Thank you to all of those who joined me today for this Zoom.
Who said that?
I don't know how to pronounce her name. So it's Carnegie.
Okay.
Carnegie.
Carnegie.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, this is from Dwayne. I am for Olivia. I missed what she said. She does international space keepers.
Oh.
Beekeeping.
Beekeeping. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, question from David. I work at the VA here in the States. What are the chances of moving down to the DR and working there?
Okay, so now we're talking about job opportunities. Well, first thing I can tell you is you got to get on a tour and come visit first and see how it is and see how you like the area. Do your little reconnaissance. But to get back to the question and to reiterate it, are there any job opportunities here, either outside or with VCI? I'm happy to say yes. Yes, 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 yes. We are always, 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 as far as a job position, veterans first. Veterans number one. And we are always, always growing. So if you come down here, if you love everything you've experienced. If you want to move down here and get a job, of course, talk with me. I'm the general manager, so I can see what we have available. I can let you know, see what skill sets you have. And again, for this question, we got to talk. But is there opportunities? 100% yes. Yes.
Question from Robert. Once you get the documents, do we have to send them again every time we come?
Once we get the documents, do we need to send them every single time that you come? The answer to that question is no, right? The good thing is that you don't even have to register for the FMP again. That's right. Once you submit your documents, and once, of course, once you come for the first time, you have your documents submitted, FMP submitted, all you have to do is call the person who you were connected with, because again, every single veteran that comes on the tour, you will have a, what should we call it, support?
Yeah, you have a support team.
A support team, so you'll be assigned one of our support team, which is an amazing team that we have of ladies, and now we have Brian.
Yeah, I'm on the support team. So
Brian's on the support team, so you can let either Brian know,
Yes.
you can let Noreen or Ingrid know when you want to come back, and that's it. That's all you have to do. We'll get your flight, but that's it. You're good to go.
These are not the questions, a comment from Anthony Polanco. Awesome.
Okay.
Rochelle, she gives star emojis.
Rochelle, hey.
Hey, Rochelle.
We miss you.
Anthony, where are you, man? We know you played golf, or we know you met with Christopher Bristow in North Carolina today. That's great.
Nice.
Robert says looking forward to it. Tia,
Good.
Nietzsche's, I can't wait, looking forward to it.
Nice.
And then Jerron says, wow, she has so much conviction when talking about the investment property. I want to check it out next time I'm there. So I can
Very good.
Oh, there we go.
Yep.
Connect
Okay,
with Brian.
Yeah.
Also, it sounds like we have a lot of vets from past tours.
Yes.
Let me just shout everybody. I can't see names.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't have it in front, but let me just shout out all the veterans who are in here right now that have been on previous tours. We appreciate you for supporting the webinars. We appreciate you for showing up, and we definitely cannot wait to have you back. Do we have any final questions before we end? Okay. Oh, perfect. Let's go.
From Robert, what about employment? Can I find work there with a master's degree?
Of course. Employment, yes, most definitely. Again, that is definitely, I don't want to tell you, get a one-way trip and come here and I'm not saying that, but you did that? But if you want to, you can. Yes. But what I can say is that we will do everything we can to support you in your relocation. So if part of the relocation is getting a job, we have Brian here. If you need a rental,
That's right.
if you need to purchase, Brian will drive you. Whatever you need, he'll take you. He'll find what you need.
That's right.
As far as a job, we will help you in any way possible to get your job, either with us or somewhere else. And even if you have your own business, we will support you. Really quickly, I just want to shout out, Olivia has a piece of jewelry that is from a veteran that's here right now. So let's move the
Look at that.
handmade. So this is a veteran.
You show the bracelet. Awesome.
This is a veteran. His name is Keenan. Shout out Keenan.
Shout out Keenan.
If you come, he will have a booth, so we're supporting him. We're allowing him to sell his jewelry, which is so beautiful. It's so amazing. Keenan loves giving them out too.
If you
He's
know
a great
anything about
guy.
energy type of jewelry,
Yes.
they're making it right now at Las Flores. People are sitting with them and they're making it, constructing it right now in a matter of, hour or maybe minutes. That's a piece of the product right there.
So I wanted to say that because we will support a job that you
Yes.
want to bring as well. Go ahead, my reader.
This is from Melita. Please send info. And she put her email, so I'll send her the info today.
We will send you that information. We have your email, and we will get in contact with you.
Question from Yolanda. Can meals be customized if you are diabetic?
Of course. Yes. Let me emphasize. Oh, okay. And I definitely want to hear from Olivia, but let me emphasize that this is not a all-inclusive resort. This is not that. This is a boutique hotel. And what is the difference, right? That means that it's not just a whole bunch of stuff or whatever, and it's the same, and if you don't like it or if you can't eat it, who cares? We personalize this experience to you. So if you have special needs, if you need to have something, if you need to eat or drink something every day, we will provide that for you. If you cannot eat or drink something, then we will modify the dinner so that you are always taken care of. Just make sure, please, that you let us know before any allergies, any requirements that you need, and we will make sure that we have it here for you. And Olivia, you had a special request, so I would love to hear how we did with fulfilling that.
Yes.
It was definitely fulfilled. I
Yay.
can say that. But I was coming in on predominantly a liquid diet. I was living on Ensure, and I remember Noreen being my first point of contact. She's like that sister you didn't know you had, or she gives you that feeling like that auntie that can understand the things that mama didn't necessarily understand. But she has this uncanny ability to make a connection with you, and she's so professional, but she's so personal at the same time. She asked me what those requirements were, or what those needs or wants were. I had never been asked that before either in America. But I requested Ensure, and I got it in all the flavors, not just one, veterans, all the flavors. And I requested boiled eggs. You know, when you're getting started eating solid foods again, you just can't rush right in. But they took that into consideration, and those things that I couldn't eat, I always had something else that I could choose from. So that's why I say this is just more than a medical program for me. It's a ministry for me, because they ministered whole health care to my mind, my body, and my soul. Something as simple as bringing me Ensure and boiled eggs made all the difference in my continued care.
Thank you so much, Olivia.
Preach, Olivia, preach.
Yes. All right.
For Olivia, wow, beekeeper, cool and unique.
Oh,
Thank you,
nice.
thank you.
Miguel, is there a final notification email for the chip unassigned June 17 to the 24th?
Is there a final email notification? No. But if you do have any questions or concerns, you can always email us. What we will do is we will create a WhatsApp group chat, usually a week before, where we will send the itinerary. Any questions, you'll be able to communicate through that WhatsApp group. So since you're coming on the next tour, we should be creating that group either tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll be creating that group tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yes.
From Ramirez, I also work at the VA in the States now. Who can I contact to further discuss job opportunities?
You got to get boots on the ground here.
Yes,
I
now-
just want to just step in. Come, boots on the ground, we'll talk.
Yes. Like I said, 100%. We will do it. We will help you. There are opportunities, but get down here and we'll figure something out.
From Sean, wow, this is absolutely amazing. Thanks for inviting me, Melissa.
Wow. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Sean. Hopefully you fill out that registration form on the website and you're here soon.
From Robbins, what's
Yes.
the average cost of living?
That's a great question. What's the average cost of living? So here's kind of what I could say. Because I came from Los Angeles, so I'm coming from like the top of the top of the top.
Yeah.
Being in the Dominican Republic saved me, because I could not afford the United States as a whole. For example, when I first came here, this is living on a budget. I got a nice one-bedroom apartment for $300 a month. You know, a nice one-bedroom apartment for $300 a month. I just paid my electricity bill today. I run the AC. I paid, I think, like $120 for a whole month of electricity running AC. The food, you're saving a whole lot.
Absolutely.
On the
Yes.
food out here. It's way cheaper. So, I mean, if you are like, man, I want to live the cheapest possible, I genuinely feel like you could get away with like $1,500 a month.
Yeah, I agree.
And I'm talking about comfortable. I'm not saying struggling. I'm talking about you can live comfortable, but again, not crazy, for $1,500 a month.
Yeah.
Okay? And if you want to live that more go out to restaurants,
Yeah.
go do activities, you're looking at around 2,000 to 2,500, but
Yeah.
way cheaper than what you're getting in the United States.
Absolutely.
And you know what? In terms of, think of it like this, and I like to think of it this way, in terms of your disability compensation.
Yep.
Because everyone is looking to have a service connection so that they can have that compensation that they worked so hard for when they were in the military, and now you're getting paid for all your services for the rest of your life. So you got to equate that to percentages. Between 70% and 100% is the range that Jalen just mentioned. So from 70%, and everybody knows how much you get per month, it's no secret because we all get the same, right? From
Yes.
70% service connection all the way up to 100%, you can live here at 100%, maybe double than what Jalen just mentioned. But 70%, anywhere from $1,500, $1,700, $1,800, that's just with you alone. You add on a spouse or a child or your mom or something like that, and it grows even higher. So between 70% and 100% service-connected compensation, you can live very well out here.
And that's live with like no job.
That's correct.
Just
With no job.
just relax
That's
all
right.
day, every day. So, yes.
Robert, I have sleep apnea and I need a nightstand and an electrical socket nearby in my room.
Sleep apnea. Sleep apnea.
Yeah.
Okay, so he said, or somebody said that they have sleep apnea and that they need certain requests. 100%, we will accommodate both of those requests for you.
James, what's the email so I can resend my documents?
What's the email? Perfect. So what's the email? It is going to be info@veteranscareinternational.com. So it's just info@veteranscareinternational.com. Send it there and we'll get it.
TSA's VCIs is such a wonderful blessing to veterans.
Thank you,
agree.
Tia. She said VCI is such an amazing
Absolutely.
blessing to veterans. Thank you.
Rochelle, my friend is in a wheelchair. Do you have a van to support him?
So your friend is in a wheelchair. Do we have a van to support him? Well, let me explain it to you like this. We've had a tour with 2 people
That's right.
in a wheelchair, and it went perfectly fine. So, yes, if you are in a wheelchair, we will fully accommodate you.
Yolanda, are service dogs permitted or emotional support dogs?
Service dogs. Okay. Here's how I can answer that question.
Yeah.
Because that's a good question, and this goes for kids as well. So if you're coming with a kid under 18 or with a pet, these are, so the hotel does not permit pets
Correct.
or children under 18, okay? But that does not mean that we are going to tell you cannot come.
That's right.
So what we will do is we will find you a nice Airbnb that is vetted, where you can stay, where you can bring either a pet or a child with you, and then we will provide transportation to and from the wellness center for your appointments, okay?
Yes.
So again, that's something that we will not turn you down. Of course, we can't have you at the hotel, but you can participate in all the activities,
Yes.
all of the appointments, and we'll just, again, take you back after dinner and bring you for lunch, or bring you for breakfast.
Yes, and keep in mind, if you are trying to bring pets outside of the United States, there are quarantine responsibilities for your animal. So do your due diligence,
Yes.
make sure that your pet is going to be able to be alone for about maybe 2 weeks to 30 days so that they can be vetted and come into this country. So keep that in mind. There is a quarantine regulation between the United States and going outside the United States to Dominican Republic.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
It's great info.
From Robbins, how are the schools there?
How are the schools? Okay, well, how about this?
Yeah.
I think this is a good way to answer this
Yeah,
question.
yeah.
I grew up here, so I went to a school here in Cap Cana, so Punta Cana area. It's an international school. I learned a little bit of French.
Yeah.
I know Spanish fluently. I I think I'm doing pretty good.
You're the
you know,
example.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
are the example.
Take me as an
Yeah.
example.
Yeah.
I did go back for high school, back to the United States, but no, the schools out here, and even for me to go through both, you know, I'm gonna be honest, it was harder out here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a private school, so you're gonna get good education out here, 100%.
Yes.
Even better, I would say.
Even better.
Yeah.
From Robert, I am coming a day earlier to celebrate my birthday. Is that okay?
Okay, a day earlier to celebrate your birthday. So can you come a day earlier or can you stay a day late? Okay? Yes, we are flexible with these type of scenarios. So if maybe you found a cheaper flight a day earlier, or like Robert said, it's your birthday and you want to spend it out here in Punta Cana and enjoy, just again, let us know. Whoever the support team is assigned to you, let them know, and that's not an issue at all.
Please repeat the email info for email.
Yeah, so it's going to be, for the email, it's going to be info@veteranscareinternational.com. So it's just info@ and then the name of the company .com. That's it? Okay,
Awesome.
wow, this was I can say this is one of my favorite webinars I've done. Thank you,
Awesome.
Olivia, for
Thank you
coming
for
and being the
having me.
guest. No, seriously, thank you. This was last minute. Just a disclaimer for anybody who saw the guest we were going to have, which was a chiropractor. He did get into, unfortunately, an accident, so he wasn't able to make it. Thankfully, Olivia came and was willing to come with last minute notice.
Yes.
So yeah, really appreciate you for that, Olivia. We do these webinars every single week, every Tuesday, same time, 7 p.m.
Yes.
Different guest every time, so you can come back and you'll have a different interview. If you have any veteran friends or family that may benefit, even if they just might benefit, please invite them. This is a free webinar. Like I said, it's same link, same time, different guest. Next week, I do just want to shout out that next week we are going to have a unique and very, very special guest.
Yes.
We are going to have a veteran accredited agent here
Yeah.
to interview him. So if you are interested on the benefits, how to increase your rating, how that whole process works, please show up to next webinar. This is the accredited agent that we work with directly. So if any veteran is looking for that service to increase your rating, go from 90 to 100, you definitely want to show up to next webinar. And if you have someone who needs that help, please invite them to next webinar, because last time we had a accredited agent was in February. So these come every couple months, but they're super informative and great guests always. So thank you. No, do not miss it. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, everybody. Take
Bye.
care.
Bye.
Take care.